Okay, so, actually we were discussing about the collectors class in Java 8. So there is a long gap since the last class. So I will just give a quick recap. Okay, so what was the actual discussion about the collectors class? Okay, inside the collectors class, very simple. I can put it in a simple way. So collectors class has many static factory methods to perform majorly the reducing operation, summarizing operation, grouping operation. So we have completed these three operations. Okay. So today we are going to understand about the partitioning. Okay. So grouping and partitioning both are same. They are almost same, but the partitioning method, the partitioning process is going to accept the predicate. We are going to see these things in actions. Okay, and these are the methods that are under the collectors class. So we have the counting method, which is going to help us to count the number of what we call it as objects. So you have the max by method, min by method, right? And you have the summing int method. You can example, typically we have counted the number of calories, so we can do things like that. We have the averaging int method. So if you have any set of integer values, if you want to find its average, you can use this method. Summarizing int method is also a very popular method, which is going to give you the statistics such as the count, sum, minimum, average, and the maximum for any integer values, right? So we have discussed about the joining method and reducing methods, right? And after this, we started discussing about the grouping by method. So under the grouping by method, we have the single level grouping and we have the multi-level grouping, right? So having said this, I have just mentioned that today we are going to discuss about the operation called partitioning. What is it? The partitioning operation. When I say partitioning operation, it is just like the grouping operation, but I can ideally there is only one difference. What is it exactly? Is let me write it in theory. Partitioning is a special case. The special case of grouping. It is going to be just like a grouping, having a predicate. It's a classification function. I'll tell you what exactly it is. Okay, so we know that we are actually dealing with the stream of data. Yes or no? Right? So you have the data source. Okay, if you let us say that it is a kind of data source. Data source can be anything. Let me take it as array list. Okay, data source. From the data source, this data source has to get converted to what? Converted to streams. Okay, so you convert the data source to what? To stream. Right, so all the objects inside the data stores will get converted to a stream conversion. So you use what? You use the method called stream method for the conversion. So after the conversion, you can perform any kind of operations. You can do a lot of manipulations, right? You can do filtering, you can do searching, you can do counting, you can do a lot of stuff. So till yesterday we have discussed about grouping by. So today we are going to understand the partitioning by. What does a partitioning by is going to do? There is a method called partitioning by method. Okay. So this partitioning by method is inside the collectors class. Inside where? It is inside the collectors class. Collectors class. So when you call partitioning by method, which is ideally inside the collectors class, okay, I want to place a dot here. Let me place a dot. Okay, so it will allow you to group the. It will allow you to differentiate. It will allow you to partition the data into two groups. It will allow you to do what? It will allow you to partition the data into the two groups. The first partition will be in the form of Boolean value. Okay, the second partition will be in the form of list of T10. Okay, and this Boolean value has to be in the form of keys for a map, and this list is in the form of value. Okay, having said this, the return type of partitioning by method is going to be like this. Okay, and the key is going to be boolean, and the value itself is going to be what? List of objects, which is of t type. Okay, this is the return type of what? Partitioning by method. The moment you call partitioning by method, it is going to return the map data type. Okay, and it ensures that the keys and values, for the keys are in the form of boolean type, and the values are in the form of what? List type. Okay, so when I say boolean, there are only two possibilities. You can either partition it by the true key, or you can either partition it by the false key. Apart from these two values, there are no other values that you can expect. Either it can be true or it can be false. So you need to write the logic in such a way that the stream of data, okay, so when I say stream of data, the stream of data is getting partitioned in such a way, it is getting divided in such a way. Okay, so which is going to be the boolean type and the list type. So the booleans are always key, and the boolean data type is always in the form of key, and the list type is always in the form of values. Okay, so this is how the return type is going to be. Okay, so you are going to partition the data into the two groups. Okay, let us understand this bit further with a small example. So ideally, so like let us see that, guys. We have, let me take the list of integers. I want to take a list of integers. I want to take some numbers. Numbers equal to arrays dot as list. Okay, let me take some random numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or any something like 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. So I have taken some random numbers. The form of what? The form of list. Now my requirement is I want to filter the even numbers as well as odd numbers into two groups. Understand the question? My requirement is I want to filter the even and the odd numbers into two groups. Okay, this is my data. From this data, I want to partition this data into two groups. One group should be even and one group should be odd. So having said this, let me go back to the page screen. Okay, so we are discussing about the partitioning by method. Partition means divided it into two parts. Okay, so we have the data 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11 inside the numbers. Okay, so I want to deal with what? I want to deal with the partition by method. So the num is the variable dot, first convert that to stream dot, and use the collect method. Inside the collect method, there is you can use the class called collectors class. Inside the collectors class, there is a method called partitioning by method. Okay, so this method will accept a predicate. Please be informed that this method is going to accept a predicate. So you collect the stream object. You collect what? You collect the stream object, right? Let us say that the stream object is I itself, right? And you want to partition the numbers into two groups. One is odd number, second one is even number. So my condition is going to be, I will take the object and I will try to write a logic in the form of predicate I percentage double equal to double equal to double equal to 0. So based on the given predicate, so now this is the given predicate, right? Based on this given predicate, all the values that I am talking about now. So what are the values that I have? These are the values, right? 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, and you have 10 and you have 11. Okay. All this data firstly it will get converted to what? It will get converted to stream. Data gets converted to stream, isn't it? Okay. After getting this converted to stream, you are using a method called collectors when partitioning by method. Okay, so this data gets partitioned into two groups because you're using what method? Partitioning by method. Always the partitioning by method is going to return a boolean type as the form in the form of key. Okay, the return type should be like this. Okay? Map, key should be boolean, key must be boolean, and value should be what? List of integers. Okay? What it actually do is partitioning by method. It will take the true key, it will take the false key, because there are only two possible values for the boolean, right? Okay. By based upon the given predicate, it will extract the all the numbers and it will put under the true. For example, what are the even numbers? Because the predicate is to find whether the given number is even number or odd number. I mean, whether the given number is even number or not. If it is even, it will be placed under the it will be placed to the corresponding boolean value which is true, right? So you get what? You get 2, you get 10, right? And apart from this, the remaining values will be placed under the boolean type false. This is what? 1 comma 5 comma 7 comma 9 comma 11. Okay, so this true and this true is a key, and this false is also a key, which is a boolean type, right? And these are the values. Okay, now all the elements that you pass, all the data that you pass is getting partitioned according to the given predicate, which is going to return the type as boolean type, right? Boolean type is what? Either it can be true or false. Okay, on evaluating this condition, if the predicate is getting satisfied, those values will be placed under true, or else they will be placed under false. Placed under what? False. Okay, now you get the map as, so this complete part is what? This complete part is called as key. This complete part is called as what? Values. For the true key, you have 2 values. For the false key, you have 5 values. So let me put this. Let's write this code. So numbers dot stream dot, you have a method called collect method. So you have a class called collectors class. What is the name of the method? Partitioning by method. It will accept a predicate. My requirement is I want to segregate the data between, I want to differentiate the data. This is the given data. I want to divide this data into 2 groups. One is the true group and the second one is a false group. I want to find the even numbers and the odd numbers. So I want to divide the data in such a way that the even number should be placed under true, the odd number should be placed under false. So I will write a predicate in such a way like I arrow token I percentage of 2 double equal to 0. Okay, that's it. So this is going to, this partitioning by is going to return what? The map. Okay, so let me take the variable name as numbers, right? Map, key is going to be boolean and value is going to be what? List of integers. Right, that's it. Try to print the output system.out.println. If I try to print the reference variable of map, you will get what? You get the output like this. Okay. False number, false, these are not odd, even numbers, odd numbers according to the given predicate, and these are the even numbers according to the given predicate. So I want to print this in an orderly fashion. Okay, so this is not being what we call it as readable. It is not very much readable, right? So I want to print it in the readable fashion. What I will do, I'll just use system.out.println statement, even numbers. Okay, I will get the key. So numbers dot get true. Okay, the moment I use the get method, you know what is a get method inside the map? Get method will accept an object. The object itself is the true. All the corresponding values that is listed under this object will be displayed in the console. Likewise, the second one, odd numbers. Odd numbers, I want to print the values under the key false. I want to print the values under the key false. Okay, let me print this. Okay, even numbers 2, 10, odd numbers 1, 5, 7, 9, 11. So you can, if you want to partition, if you want to divide the data into 2 groups, Based upon the predicate, you can use what? You can use the partitioning by method. So this is one of the examples. Okay, let us understand this. Let us understand this much better with another example. I want to take the list of fruits class. So these are the integers. Okay, now we will talk about what? We will talk about list of string. Okay, let me remove all this. I want to take some fruits name. So what are the fruits that we have? Basically, we have apple, a very famous popular fruit, right? And we can take banana, right? And we can also take kiwi, orange, and we can take papaya, right? And we can take grapes. Okay, my requirement is I want to, so this is the data. I want to divide this data into two groups. Okay, the first true group should be what? I want to store all the fruits whose length is lesser than 5. And the remaining fruits that are whose length is greater than 5 should be placed under a different group. How I can achieve this? Okay, we can use the partitioning by method. How I can do this? Instead of numbers, let me take fruits. Okay, so fruits, convert this variable name. I mean, convert this data source. Fruits dot stream dot collect. Okay, collectors dot to partitioning by method. Okay, so what I want to segregate? I want to segregate data like in two groups. First group should be what? I want to place all the fruits whose length is lesser than or equal to 5. Okay, so logic should be like this: I arrow token I dot length greater than 5. Okay, the fruits whose length is greater than y will be placed under the true category. The remaining fruits will be placed under the false category, because this partitioning by method will return the map of boolean as the key type and the list as the value type. So let us take the variable name map of fruits. Okay, map boolean as the key type and a list of string as the values. Okay, so this code is going to do what? The data will get segregated, will separated, or will be partitioned in two groups. The first group is going to have all the data whose fruit size is greater than 5. The second group is going to have all data which is not satisfying this condition. True and false, that's it. Right? So system.out.println, if I try to print the reference variable of this map of fruits, you are going to see the output like this. Right? False, apple, kiwi; true, banana, orange, papaya, grapes. But it is not readable. If you give this to the end user will get confused because he cannot identify what kind of logic is this. So true, false will not give the complete picture, isn't it? So in order to get the complete picture, I will just modify this system.out.println in a better way. Okay. Fruits length greater than 5. Okay, plus take this reference variable name maps of fruits dot get pass the key is what? True. Okay, for the true object, the corresponding values will be displayed in the console. Likewise, fruits length lesser than 5. Okay, and give the object as false here. Okay, let me run this. Fruits length greater than 5, so just check it: banana, orange, papaya, and grapes. Okay, these are the fruits length whose length is lesser than 5. Only apple you have, kiwi you have. Right, apple is equal to 5, not lesser than 5. That's why this is also included. Right, are you able to follow? So you are just dividing it according to the Boolean condition. Okay, you get true and you get false. The corresponding values with respect to true will be displayed in the console, and the corresponding values with respect to false will get displayed in the console. Okay, this concept is called as what? The single level partitioning. Single level partitioning by method. Right? So there is another level called multi-level partitioning. So let me take this example. Right? So let us understand this multi-level partitioning with a simple example. Then I will do the tracing. Okay? Multi-level partitioning by method. If I want to include a partitioning by method within a partitioning by method, for example, my requirement is, okay, let us say this case. Okay, I have the list of numbers. Let us say that, let me take some list of numbers, integer numbers. Okay, this could be your interview question. Just stay focused. Okay, arrays dot as list. Okay, my data is like 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma minus 4 comma minus 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 9 comma minus 11 comma minus 12 comma 14 comma 15 comma 16 comma 16 comma minus 27. Okay, see, I have some random numbers. So numbers are positive numbers as well as the numbers are negative in nature and positive in nature. Okay, so all such numbers are there, all such combinations are there, right? So my requirement is I want to partition the data in such a way. Firstly, I want to partition the data according to the positive number or the negative, the negative number. The first partition should be what? If the numbers are positive. Okay, again under the positive category, so it is just like this. Okay, let me use this in the paint screen. Okay, my actual requirement is I have the data, some numbers I have. I want to divide this data into two groups. I want to partition the data into two groups. First group is positive number, okay, and the second one is negative number. Negative number. Right? After doing this, and again I want to do the sub partition. Again I want to do what? Again I want to do the sub partition. What is a sub partition? Under positive number, I want to extract the data of even numbers on the odd numbers. Okay, even numbers and odd numbers. Likewise, under the negative category, I want to extract again even numbers and the odd numbers. Right? So when you do this for the even number, you get some numbers for the even, right? So some numbers will be there for this category, and some numbers will be there for this under this category, and you get some numbers for this category, right? Some numbers for this category, and you get some numbers for this category. Right? So if this is a requirement, I want to achieve this requirement by using the partition by method. Okay, so if you observe, this is how the partition by method is going to be. Okay, you use partitioning by method. Partitioning. How you want to partition? How you want to do the partitioning? Okay, your first condition is you need to fetch what? Positive numbers. You need to segregate positive and negative numbers. Inside the partitioning by method, I will write a logic like this. Accept the object and try to check if the object is greater than 0. Are able to get? If the object is greater than 0, what you can able to, or greater than or equal to 0, I can say. If this condition is satisfied, okay, this is going to return a Boolean value. Okay, this is going to help you to fetch whether the numbers are actually the positive or whether the numbers are actually the negative numbers. Outer partitioning by method will help you to achieve this. Okay, so if this is returning true, okay, then you can say that it is positive, right? Okay, if this is returning false, then you can say it is negative. Okay? So again, inside this partitioning method, partitioning by method, you will take another partitioning by method to segregate this logic, even number or odd number, even number or odd number. Again, you need to write a Boolean condition, because this partitioning by method is going to accept a predicate. So inside the partitioning method, I can write another logic lambda expression like accept the I, right? Check whether the number is even number or, right? That's it. Okay? This is multi-level partitioning by. This is how you will achieve the multi-level partitioning by concept. A partitioning by method inside the partitioning by method. Okay, so the outer partitioning by method will you can write a logic to achieve what? To check whether the numbers are positive and negative. Done. Okay. And again, inside there is an inner partitioning method that will help you to achieve. This will help you to check whether the numbers are even numbers or odd numbers. Okay. And this is what? This is what? List of objects. Okay. How you can write the return type? So based upon this code, the return type should be what? Whenever you are using the partitioning by method, the return type should always be map of Boolean type. Right? This is for outer partitioning by method. And again, for the value, you will take again another map for the inner partitioning by method, again which is of what? Boolean comma list of integer, list of not it, yes, integer. So this is how the return type is supposed to be. Okay. So this Boolean will help you to find positive or negative, whether the number is what? Whether the number is positive or negative number, P or N. Okay. P or N. Okay. The inner Boolean, the inner map inside a map. Okay. Again, this inner Boolean is going to help you to check whether the number is even number or odd number. Okay. And this list of integers are actually the what we call it as the matching data. Right? So you can create the multi-level partitioning by this. You can create n-level partitioning by this, based upon this. Hope you're able to follow. Okay, let us write this code. Right? So you have the list of numbers. So my code is what? Take the data source. Very simple. Very easy. Take the data source, convert it to stream. Okay? And you use the collect method. Inside the collect method, you need to call the partitioning by method with the help of collectors class. Okay, outer logic should be what? The outer logic should be what? You need to segregate the positive and the negative numbers. So accept the I. Try to check if the I is greater than or equal to 0. If this condition is satisfied, you can able to extract the positive and the negative numbers. Right? Comma. So multi-level partitioning, right? So again, inside this, what you are going to do? Inside this, you will call the partitioning method once again. Collectors.partitioning by method. Okay. So here you want to find whether the number is even number or odd number. Accept the I and use this lambda expression to check whether the number is even or odd. Right? Am I doing any mistake here? You have collectors.partitioning by. Okay, again collectors.partitioning by method is there. Okay, one parenthesis is missing. Done. Okay, the return type is what? The return type is let me write the variable name, multi-level or MLG, multi-level grouping, MLG or multi-level partitioning, MLB. Okay, so return type is map of Boolean, and again for the value itself again is what? Map of Boolean comma list of integers. Okay. right? But try to print this in the console, the MLP. So you get output like what? You will get output like this. False, false, not readable, isn't it? Okay. What I want to do, I want to display the output in the orderly fashion. So I will do this system.out.println positive numbers. Positive numbers under the system.out.println, okay, even numbers. For the even numbers, I will use this MLP dot, okay, get, will pass the object true, okay, dot, and again get, will pass the object true. Okay, when I do this, you will get the output like this. What? Positive numbers, even numbers, 2, 6, 14, 16. Matching, right? So this is nothing, guys. You're using the reference variable. You know the get method. Get method will accept an object, right? You're calling true. Okay. So you see, let me copy this code. Put it here. Let me run this. Okay. So what you're doing here, you're calling the true. Get method is calling the value true. Okay. The focus will be here, true, right? And again, with inside the true, and again you are chaining the get object. Okay, you are calling the true, which is what? Positive. Okay, so the control goes to true, then it control goes to positive, okay, and control goes to even. All the values under the even will be displayed, because this positive is talking about what? This positive is nothing but the true type, this negative is nothing but false type, so this even is nothing but true type, this odd is nothing but what? False type. Okay, when you call the get method on top of the reference variable, which is what? MLP, right? You are getting true. True itself is positive. Okay, again you are calling true, so it goes to even. Okay, all the numbers under the even will be displayed. Data is already segregated, right? That's why you are getting like this, right? So for the odd, same thing, but instead of true, we will call false. The moment you do this, right? 1, 3, 7, 9, 15 will be displayed. Why it is happening? Same thing. True, you are calling true, then you are calling false. So odd numbers will be displayed. You're just getting the values. You're just chaining the get method. That's it. Right? After this, for the negative numbers, you call what? Instead of true, you call get of false and true. You get of false and false. Right? False and true means what? Okay, so false, okay, negative, true means even. Okay, negative even numbers will be displayed. False and false means negative, false means odd. Negative odd numbers will be displayed, because this is representing true and false, right? Even is representing true, odd is representing false. Okay, this is how the control works. So the moment you change the get methods, and if you pass the boolean value like true, true, these values will be displayed. True, false, these values will be displayed. False, true, these values will be displayed. False, false, these values will be displayed. So that's why the data gets segregated in the orderly fashion. This is called partitioning, multi-level partitioning. See, all the data is valid, right? For the negative numbers, you have the -4, -2. Even negative numbers, odd, right? Odd numbers, negative numbers, right? So if you have this kind of requirement, you can use the multi-level partition. So you can understand this better with the next example. My next example would be like, instead of numbers, I want to take what? I want to take some words. Okay, I want to take the list of string. Okay, let me remove all this. Okay, I want to take some words like, let me take the fruits itself. Okay, so I want to take apple, and I want to take mango. I want to take banana. I want to take orange. Lemon we will take. We will take kiwi, and we will take some dates. Okay, I have some list of fruits. My actual requirement is I want to group this data. I want to divide this data into two parts by using partitioning by method. Right? I want to divide the first category is I want to divide it according to the length. I want to segregate the data according to the length. Five letters, five-letter words should be placed under the true side, okay, or else it should be placed under the false side. If I want to get the fruit names of length 5 letters, that should be placed on the true side. Okay, again the multi-level, the second level is I want to check whether they are whether the first letter is what, the vowel or consonant. Consonant. Okay, first divide this into the main thing is first if the letters are the length of the what we call it as thing is 5 letters. If length of the fruit is 5 letters, it should be under true or else it should be under false. Again, under this there is a subcategory whether I need to check whether they are vowel or consonant. Right? If you want to imagine this, so my requirement, let us imagine this requirement. Okay, we create some space. Okay, I have some list of fruits. Okay, so I want to use the multi-level partitioning. Multi-level partitioning. First level should be like if the length of the fruit is greater than 5, okay, length is lesser than 5. Okay, first segregation, first partition. Okay, so this is what, this is true, this is false. After this, the second segregation. Okay, second segregation should be I want to divide the fruits according to the whether it is starting with a vowel or whether it is starting with a consonant. Vowel or consonant. Vowel or consonant. Vowel means what? The lambda expression should be such a whether it should identify what, whether the letters are starting with A, E, I, O, U. If not, consonant. If it starts with A, E, I, O, U, then it should be under vowel category. Okay. After this, we need to produce the list. Okay, list of data that is matching the specific condition. List of data, list of values. Okay, yeah, the list of values. Okay, yeah, the list of values. Okay, and this is for true condition, and this is for false condition. Okay, this is for true condition. So this is for false condition. This is the requirement. This is my requirement. So multi-level partitioning. To achieve this, we need to use multi-level partitioning. Let us write the code. Okay, convert the words to string. After doing this, use the collect method. Then after using the collect method, you can do what? You can call the partitioning by method, right? Collectors dot partitioning by method. Okay, accept the I and try to find the length is greater than 5. Predicate. Okay, comma. Let me create some space here. Okay, the second level grouping. Again, collectors. Second level partitioning. I'm sorry. Collectors dot partitioning by. This time I need to check the whether they are, I mean the letter, the fruit name is starting with a vowel or not. Vowel or not. Okay, for that I can write a logic in such a way like, okay, let me accept the j, let me accept the word. Okay, after accepting the word, I will be writing the logic like this: A E I O U, can be capital or it can be A E I O. It can be smaller, right? Dot. I can use the index of method. Okay. After using this index dot method, I will check j dot character at 0. Very simple. Okay, this logic is going to do what? It will accept apple. It will check this condition. Okay, apple A is starting. I mean, apple starts with the letter A, right? So, uh, if it is going to do what? It is going to return the index. Okay, if it is going to return the index, it means that the word is starting with the vowel. Okay, it is matching this condition. If not, it is not matching this condition. Okay, if it is not matching this condition, I should set up a logical operator here, right? The logical operator here has to be what? Not equal to -1. If it is not equal to -1, it means they are not starting with the letter vowel. Very simple, guys. Don't get any confused. Okay, let me take this. Okay, this is the conditional check to check whether the word is a vowel or not. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, if I take apple, J is in the form of apple. Good. Okay. So now you are trying to use the index of method. Index of what? Index of apple dot character at 0. Apple dot character at 0 is going to return what? It is going to return what? A. Going to extract A from the apple, right? So A is going to extract A from the apple. So again, internally, actual logic is index of A. Index of A, right? If index of A means what? A itself, right here. It is going to return some value. Index of A is going to be what? 0. Okay? And again, the output is 0. 0 is getting conditional check with -1. 0 is not equal to -1. Right? So this is going to return what? True. True means it is a verbal. Let me take another example. This time, let me take the object as kiwi. So we have been discussing. We have also have the fruit called what? Kiwi. This. Okay. Kiwi goes as j, right? So index of what? Kiwi dot character at 0. J is what? J is kiwi itself. Kiwi dot character at 0. Right? Character at 0 is what? K. Okay. So you are going to extract the K. Okay. And again, it will try to find the index of K inside this sentences. A E I O U, A E I O U. So there is no K here. If there is no K here, definitely the condition is going to be what? The condition is going to be false, because index of method is going to return -1 if there is no character, or else it is going to return a number. If not, it will return the -1. If -1 is not equal to -1, okay, so this is found to be false. So you can conclude that this is consonant. Basic Java, core Java, that's it. Okay. Now, so we have the logic, complete logic here. Okay. So let us try to print, let us try to extract. Okay, system.out.println. What do you want to do? Words longer than 5 characters. Okay, fruits longer than 5 characters, system dot outer println, right? Subcategory, what is a subgroup, I mean sub partitioning, starting with the vowel. Okay, so what I want to write here, so I need to place this inside the multi-level grouping MLG. Okay, the return type is going to be what? Map of boolean. Okay, map of boolean comma list of string, right? So let me take this MLG. Okay, let me take this MLG dot get of, pass the key as true, dot get of, chaining the get method again true. So the moment you do this, you will get something in the console. What is that something? Fruits longer than 5, starting with vowel orange. Matching, right? It is longer than 5 as well as it is starting with vowel. Right, starting with vowel. So let me try to explain this. What is happening? Okay, this is the extraction. You are trying to call the reference variable of the map, and you are using the get method. Okay, true. Again, dot get true. Right. So get method will fetch the fetch this condition first, and again it will fetch this condition. All the values that is satisfying, satisfying these two conditions will be displayed in the console. Okay. So length should be greater than 5, right? As well as it should be what? Verbal, right? That's why you're getting what you're getting in the console. Orange is greater than 5 and it is a verbal. So the next one, starting with consonant. Okay, true, comma, false. Right? You will get all the fruits starting with consonant. Banana, only banana that is greater than 5 as well as it is a consonant. Likewise, I can copy paste these two things. Okay, and I can also copy this lesser than 5 characters. Fruits lesser than 5 characters, starting with vowel. Okay, this time false true and false. Okay, fruits lesser than 5 characters. Apple. Equal to is also included, okay, because the actual condition is greater than 5, so equal to is not included. So this is matching apple, and you have mango, lemon, kiwi, dates, because they are starting with consonant. This is starting with vowel, right? So this is how you can perform the multi-level grouping with the help of string data. Okay, so we will apply this with a simple with our actual example, which is what we have something like the dishes, right? Let me remove all this. A very simple example I want to show you. I want to segregate all the food according to what? According to the vegetarian and the non-vegetarian category. We have many foods. I want to segregate this according to the vegetarian category and the non-vegetarian category. Very simple. Take the dishes, convert it into stream, dot. I use the collect method. Same thing we are going to follow. So this is the complex data type. So pay some attention. Collectors.partitioningBy method. Okay, this is going to accept a predicate. I want to check whether the food is vegetarian or not. Is veg. That's it. Okay. This is single level grouping, right? This is going to leave single level grouping. This is going to return what? Map of a boolean type, list of this type. Okay. So try to print the reference variable of SLG, which is what the map type. You will get output like this. false, okay, but it is not what we call it as very much readable, isn't it? So I want to do a little modification here. So what is that modification? Take the list of dishes, vegetarian dishes. Okay, use the reference variable slg dot get true. So all the dishes that is falling under the true category will be stored in this reference variable, which is of what list type. So if I print this, you will get the output, but all the outputs are of what object type. If you see this dish name, you will get all the vegetarian dish names. You have vegetable rice, you have what you have chapati, you have the dosa, but I want to print only the names. I do not want to print all the objects. For that, what I want to do, I want to use the enhanced for loop, okay, which is going to accept dish x inside veg variable. Okay, system dot outer println x dot plus, okay, I will include a comma. If you see, okay, so vegetable rice, chapati, dosa, and juices. Okay, I can give a name like system dot outer println vegetarian dishes. Output is little bit meaningful. Instead of doing this, I can do this in the same line. I can remove ln here, so you can get the output like this, right? So veg dishes, and for the non-veg dishes, same thing. Take the list of dish the non-veg, go for non-veg. This time use the reference variable slg or use the get method and pass the object as false. Same thing you can repeat here. Okay. Non-vegetarian dishes, non-veg dishes, right? Pass non-veg here. Okay. Okay, let me include one line, new line. Using vegetarian dishes, vegetable rice, chapati, dosa, juices, non-vegetarian dishes, chicken biryani, fish curry, mutton fry, and prawn biryani. So this is how you can, okay, the partitioning by method is very simple. It is going to return the boolean type. You can divide the all the objects either by true condition or with a false condition. But you can segregate this into two types. First type is a boolean type, and the second grouping is going to be like what, list type. So the corresponding list will be mapped to the true, the corresponding list will be mapped to the false. Only two conditions you are going to satisfy here, true or false. Just divide it according to the true condition or according to the false condition based upon the given predicate. This is a predicate that we are talking about. Okay, so this is all about the partitioning by method. So by this I can say that the topic of collectors class is completed successfully. Okay. Tomorrow we will apply all the methods, not by this example. We will take the employee management system. It will be very realistic. We will apply all these concepts tomorrow. The things that we have discussed so far. What are the things that we discussed so far? All the methods you will try to use tomorrow. The max by, the counting method, everything in a different example. We forgot about this dish example. After completing this, we have two more concepts like parallel strings, right? And we have optional class. Is it optional class? And one more thing, date and time API. That's it. Java, it will be completed, and I guarantee you can answer any kind of interview questions if you just watch this 45 videos. That's it. That's all from my side for the day, guys. Thank you so much for your time. We will see tomorrow.